Hi guys, this is a quick update as I saw you talk about it in the comments. So the soap opera, another series, is continuing, and so another episode today, the Blue Lagoon versus the volcanic eruption and the lava. So what is happening? And I think it will be the easiest just to put the news here and then the statement of the Blue Lagoon that they handed out today on their website. They released this today on their website. So let's talk about the Icelandic morning newspaper. So their headline today on March the 4th, 6 a.m. is that the scientists do not rule out that the magma will manage to come to the surface. So they're also saying that it won't take long until we will see the next eruption, because the current magma intrusion was not a big one. Not much magma did flow out of the magma chamber. Maybe only a day's worth of accumulating. So it's accumulating per day. It's filling up per day around 500,000 cubic meters per day, up to 1 million, something like that. So what has been released, that magma chamber needs a day or two to refill that. So basically that magma intrusion happened on the 2nd, so today is the 4th. So there should be the same amount in that magma chamber now as it was when we saw that intrusion. And it is basically a Russian roulette. Will there be an eruption or will there be just an intrusion? And now they say it has stopped somewhere, so it could be clogged somewhere. So we don't really know what's going to happen next, but there could be an eruption very, very soon or another intrusion, but definitely something. And what they're also saying, on the other hand, is the Icelandic Met Office, and I can show you this here. They are giving out a yellow banner. Note, magma volume beneath Swartsengi continues to increase. Increased chances of an eruption in the next days. So again, scientists have said it won't take 3 weeks this time until the next one is coming. And they're also saying continued increased likelihood of an eruption. So 3 scenarios. Magma volume beneath Swartsengi continues to increase, which could lead to another magma propagation or even a volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption could start within a very short warning time, even less than 30 minutes, because the magma is already on the move. It doesn't need to grind a new tunnel. A volcanic eruption is most likely to occur in the area between Stora Skogfell and Mount Hagafell. Then the Icelandic morning newspaper has also released a statement that basically the area in Swartsengi is threatened by lava flow. The operational areas of the Blue Lagoon, of the Northern Lights, and that's in the area, and of the power plant are at risk, and they said high risk of a potential lava flow. So on March 2nd, we had an earthquake swarm, and that has triggered the evacuation of the Blue Lagoon and of the town of Grindavik. Blue Lagoon took 40 minutes, Grindavik took about an hour to evacuate. And weren't we all happy that finally the Blue Lagoon evacuated before the actual eruption started and not when the eruption started? So we thought that this is an improvement. Of course, there wasn't a volcanic eruption, so we can't really tell. But, keep all these news in mind, and I just want to show you the recent statements. It's the same website that we've talked about before. You go to the start page of the Blue Lagoon, bluelagoon.com, and there's a gray banner and it says all facilities are now open, and there's a link that says read more. Would you really click that if you're a tourist that doesn't really have much of a clue? It doesn't really sound like you're getting information about volcanic eruptions or something like this, but they have changed their statement. And the statement before, from February 22nd, I believe, they said, it's an area prone to earthquakes, no mentioning of the volcanic eruptions. Now they're saying all facilities are now open. They released this on March 4th. We are happy to announce that all operational units at the Blue Lagoon, Iceland, are now open. Our facilities, including the Blue Lagoon, the Blue Cafe, the Lava and Moss restaurants, the Retreat, and the Silica hotels, the retreat spa, and our on-site store are ready to welcome you back. So when it was evacuated on the 2nd, it was at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. There were roughly about 600 to 800 people in that area that needed to be evacuated. So then they're saying they go on. Our opening hours will remain as usual, with the exception of the retreat spa, which will open at 11 a.m. on March 4th. Normal operating hours will resume for the retreat spa thereafter. This reopening is a collaborative effort with local authorities, ensuring ongoing safety in light of recent seismic events. Seismic events, yeah, it was a little more than that, but whatever. We wish to inform guests that our operational units are located within an area at risk due to seismic activity as identified by the Icelandic Meteorological Office. As a result, these facilities may be affected by earthquakes and potential volcanic eruptions. Now they have added that. Should any such situations arise, yeah, they will, guests will be notified. Why don't you say evacuated? Sounds too bad, right? Sounds too scary. And appropriate actions will be taken, which will be what exactly? They're not saying that. Experts continue to closely monitor the area and the ongoing developments of seismic activity through round-the-clock real-time analysis. Our operations, as always, follow the latest safety guidelines and recommendations of the authorities at any given time. For more details and the latest updates on the situation, please visit the Icelandic Meteorological Office, Natural Civil Protection, or Safe Travel websites. Yeah, but the problem is, if you click on the Icelandic Meteorological Office, I mean, you know what it says. I'm going to click on it. It says, continued increased likelihood of an eruption. Magma continues to accumulate beneath Swartsengi. And then the yellow banner again. Note, right? I don't know. It kind of makes me speechless, and it is... I find this kind of funny. And, you know, when you want to book a hotel and the hotel description, it says, well, it's in a lively area. The hotel has a central location. Means usually you have a 4-lane busy road with lots of noise right in front of your hotel window, and it's going to be ongoing all through the night, and you will not get any sleep. So maybe when they're saying, yeah, it could be that it's affected of seismic events, that means a little bit something else, right? I don't think that anybody's worried about earthquakes at the Blue Lagoon, that the earthquakes will destroy the Blue Lagoon, or that buildings will collapse or something like this. It is something slightly different. It might be a little bit of quite hot lava that might flow into the area, and absolute worst case scenario, which is not highly likely right now, it could come up directly because the magma chamber is right underneath. Experts have said it's not so likely, probably will flow into the Sutnuka crater series again, but they said the likelihood still exists. But, you know, the threat seemed to be the seismic activity. I find it kind of funny. Let me know, guys, what do you think? If you look at what the Meteorological Office and what the experts are saying, and then what they're saying, I mean, if you're a tourist that doesn't know what's going on, if you're not a volcanic freak like we are, that we basically look for daily updates and have been following this at least since early November, maybe even earlier, because there have been eruptions like at Fatagalsfjall and other ones, then we know exactly what is going on and we know what the threat is. But if you're a tourist that's sitting in Japan and just, you know, scrolling through travel websites, where could we go, right? What could we book ahead? Oh, that looks nice. Let's book it. You look at that website and you're like, yeah, right? Anyways, guys, I'm just amused by this. And I think all the tourists, if you're still going there, I guess enjoy. I'm out of here, guys. Talk to you later. Check out my videos in the end screen. I've been quite busy today. This is the third video that I released today. Campi Flegrei had a larger earthquakes. It's rumbling there. And then there's another update, what's going on the Reykjanes Peninsula. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you soon, and leave this video a like. That would be awesome. And if you haven't yet, so please subscribe so that you always get my updates. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.